One of the things we want to talk about is vehicle safety. Especially during Christmas time, we have a lot of vehicles that are broken into, and want to talk to you a little bit about what you can do to not become a victim. They're really simple, really easy steps that you can do that will help us in our jobs and also help you not become a victim. Don't leave your purse or wallet in the vehicle. A lot of times we'll have individuals, even at the convenience store, leave the car running, leave their purse, or a guy will leave their wallet in the center console, run into the store just for a minute. When they come back, it's all gone. Don't leave packages in view. We find that sometimes someone will go out and buy an expensive item at maybe an electronics store. They'll take that out, they'll put it in the back seat of their car, then they'll drive to another establishment to purchase something. And when they come back out, they find that their window's broken or the item's been taken out of the back seat of the car. So don't leave those items visible. Either take them home or try to put them in your trunk. That way when folks are walking through parking lots looking in cars, they don't see that item and you don't become a victim. Again, try to park in well-lit areas. Most of our parking lots around here are very good about having the parking lots well lit. And if you realize that you've become a victim of what we call an entering auto, basically your car's gotten broken into, what we ask is don't enter the vehicle, get to a safe place, and call 911. And it's important that you do that is because there's a lot of things that we can do as law enforcement that may help lead as far as physical evidence to identify who may have broken your car. Not all the time, but if you go in and you start moving and touching things, it reduces our chances of being able to define, locate or find any physical evidence that may lead us to identifying a suspect. So please keep that in mind as you go.
And time being a factor too, because they can do a lot of damage in a hurry.
Yes, sir, they can. Especially with, as the chief mentioned, with credit cards, if you get your purse stolen, it's very important to let us know. We usually ask you to get on the phone with the credit card company, because if we can get that information, usually that card is used within a matter of minutes. And sometimes we can be right on their heels, and sometimes we can catch them in the act of using the credit card, because the credit card companies are good about telling us, hey, the card's being used at this location or that location. So that is a good point, Chief, that you bring up. What I wanted to show you really quick, and it may be a little difficult for you to see, what I call old school, or back in the day, people just walk up, break your window, and steal the stuff. But criminals are getting more clever at what they do. And so the pictures that you see on the left side, the one in the middle and the one on the bottom right, are new techniques that we're seeing in the community that you need to be on the lookout as you're walking up to your vehicle to unlock the car door or to get into the vehicle. And there was a simple little marks and holes that they're punching underneath the locks. And what this allows them to do is break the lock and gain access into your vehicle. This takes a matter of seconds. So you're not really going to find the broken out back window like we used to. What you're going to find now is you're going to find some damages right around your door handle area. Very simple, very quick. They're very ingenious to do this and get them open and in your car within a matter of seconds. All right. We all understand that holiday traffic around here can be absolutely nuts. And so,
is that Jake?
I don't know if it is or not. We know it can be difficult for law enforcement as much as it can be difficult and somewhat strenuous for you out there as the public trying to get through this traffic. Our holiday traffic, what we consider, usually begins the day after Thanksgiving. That is the biggest shopping day of the year and usually ends around January 1st, which is, of course, New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, excuse me. So that's when we look at it. For the last couple of years, we have had extra officers on duty, particularly in the area of Highway 5 and Chapel Hill and the mall area and Walmart to help with some of that traffic congestion. It also shows a more active approach by law enforcement presence if we are in the area to try to deter any crime to get to quicker response times. Because we do know, as you know, it's going from point A to point B in holiday traffic, well, you have an extended estimated time of arrival or getting to there. And so what we try to do is get officers in there, get close to the scene so we can get to you quicker if you do have a problem. Again, we ask that you factor in a little extra time for your trip. All right, don't expect to be able, like on a normal day, drive from the mall down to the Walmart in about 5 minutes. You're going to have to factor some extra time in there. The city has done some road improvements. They've improved some lights, along with made some lanes on Chapel Hill Road to help get traffic off the interstate and onto Douglas Boulevard into the mall, and then off of Douglas Boulevard back on Chapel Hill 920. And there also should be completed with, if I'm not mistaken, hopefully we'll have the Bright Star connector, what I call the Bright Star connector issue, resolved. before the holidays, and that will help alleviate some of that traffic at Walmart and Concourse. So y'all keep your fingers crossed that we get that done. We also are very active in looking for aggressive drivers. So if you're out driving and you encounter somebody who's driving aggressively, cutting you off, maybe doing some obscene gestures, we want to know about it. Call 911. We like to get those folks stopped. We don't want you to take matters in your own hands and try to chase them down and try to, get in front of them and hit your brakes. But we want you guys to, take a deep breath, give us a call, let us handle it. That's what we're here to do for you. Again, there's some numbers I do for me. There's a direct office number for me and a number for the main police department. I do have some cards up front, so when we get down here to see if anybody would like a card, please come and get it. And again, I do appreciate it and thank you for the time this evening. All right, and
Yeah, we're moving. You gotta have him. I think he's on the F drive.
okay.
And once we finish these presentations, we'll entertain some questions.
All right, Lieutenant Kenny.
As the Chief of Major and Captain Norris said, I'm Lieutenant Adam Cannon over the Detective Division. Been with the department for 14 years. Been over the Detective Division going on 2 years now. Just a little breakdown of our investigation unit. In my opinion, and it starts from the top, starting with the Chief's office all the way down, our investigators and our investigative department, I believe, is at its highest point of professionalism and effectiveness as we stand right now. We have a very group of guys over there. We've got, as the Major said, 12 detectives, 12 working detectives, 3 sergeants, myself as a lieutenant, and then Captain Davison. We have a joint unit with Douglas County Sheriff's Department, which is a very good working unit that's kind of gelled together. It's called the MCU Major Case Unit. They are assigned all the major cases, some of your examples, some of your murders, arsons, some of your more violent felonies that take a little more time to investigate. Something more that a average investigator or average detective, due to caseloads and cases coming in on a daily basis, does not have the time to devote to those cases. Several years ago, the Chief of Police, Chief Wisnett, and Sheriff Miller met. They conformed, developed this unit, and Chief Womack, since he's took the reins, has fully supported the unit, and it's a very professional, very hard-working unit. I've got a quick slide or quick PowerPoint Captain Davison put together. It's mainly for businesses. We're going to go through this real quick. I don't know how many business owners we have in here. And then we're going to touch on a few points with the holiday season coming up that will affect us all on a personal level, will affect you. And also it's what we call crimes of opportunity, that we need your help in helping prevent, helping solve. Major points of interest, counterfeit money. Counterfeit money is a big issue right now with retailers. I know we got somebody here from the mall, all your major retailers. We're having a big issue with counterfeit money. We'll touch on it. Employee theft, robbery prevention, burglary prevention, and shoplifting. Some of the things we're seeing in counterfeit money. The top one's kind of an old school. We're very few seeing that now. It's low denomination bills altered to appear higher than what they are. They'll take a corner of a $100 bill, cut it off, glue it on a $5 bill, $10 bill, where when you have these young cashiers, somebody hands them a wad of money, they're just counting it out real quick. They're mainly looking at the top corners. This used to be a big problem. We see very few of this now. Photocopies, authentic bills, still seeing that. Inkjet printers, some of the technologies came about where these people are photocopying them. They look close to real bills. Printed counterfeit bills. And we'll touch on this. I got a slide next on it. Some of the ways we can prevent this: use counterfeit detection pins, compare texture with known good bills, be suspicious of several large bills. Unfortunately, we've came to a time where very few people have large sums of money. Everybody's putting it on credit cards. So you have a character come in there wanting to buy 3 or 4 large screen TVs, and they're pulling out cash. Teach your employees to look at it, investigate a little further, be suspicious of it. This is a flyer that the Secret Service put out. This is what we're seeing a lot of as of today. People are taking $5 bills, washing them, and reprinting them as counterfeit $100 bills. This is a very, very big problem. One of the ways we talked on the prior slide was using the counterfeit pen. Using the counterfeit pen on this, it's still going to show a real dollar bill. It's really a $5 bill, but they're passing this $100 bill. As you look to the one on the left is a genuine $100 bill. One on your right is a counterfeit washed $5 bill. Go down the line and you'll see some, I don't know how well y'all can read it, but in the numbers on a true genuine $100 bill, you'll see the micro printing. It actually reads 100 USA, 100 USA, 100 USA. You can plainly see that. On the $5 bill, it's unreadable. Inkjet micro printing. It's this blurred block layer you cannot make out. Of course, the watermarks are. The counterfeit $100 bill still carries the watermark of the $5 bill. Going down, if you are a business around here, if you got fluorescent light, one on your left, true $100 bill will show violent with a little strip. You see all these clerks hold the money up to the light. All they're doing is see if there's a strip in it. Well, guess what? $5 bill's been washed, printed as a $100 bill, it's going to have that strip in it. It's going to read $5 bill compared to 100, but they're not looking that close. Have violent light, shows violent true $100 bill. Blue won't be right.
Do you have copies of that might be available?
We can, yes, ma'am. If you'll, I've got a card. If you'll get in contact with me, I can print it off. Be more than glad. This is very important, even as you as a consumer, especially at Christmas time. The old saying is the last one holding the bill is the victim. That's true. If you go if you go to some of these large retailers and you get $100 back, just check it real quick. You get home 3, 4, 5 hours later, you're looking through it, you call us, well, I just got this from Walmart, just got this from Target. Well, you're holding it. We're going to take it from you. We're going to log it in evidence, and you're going to be short a $100 bill. Employee theft, just real quick, just some common sense stuff. Separate operations from accounting. Double check all transactions. No one person should have all responsibility. Check and balances. If you own a business, have a check and balance. Establish a very clear employee discount and fringe benefit policy. That way there's no gray area in there. Spell it out for them. Search trash regularly to prevent goods from being carried out. Flatten boxes. Install security cameras. Quality means everything when it comes to these cameras. How many of us watch the news and they show a surveillance camera, show some video footage, and you see a blur? That's all you see. So quality means everything. Very good quality here. This is one of our local banks, one of our fine, well, I don't say fine citizens. Hopefully she's not a citizen, passing a counterfeit check. But I know it's kind of blurry up here, but this bank had very good quality. Video shows her face, shows the full image, has a little reference point there on the petition, on the frame to the right, kind of get a general height description. Local golf course here. Fair quality, but can you really distinguish the features of the faces? Probably need to have it a little more focused. This is a bulletin we put out reference to a serial bank robbery. Look at how well the quality of those pictures are. Face shot, side shot, and I tell you, Walmart's jam up. When their security cameras come on, we ask for a video there. They provide us 6, 7 different angles. We got them walking in the door, walking out the door, at the cash register. So Walmart is on the leading edge when it comes to surveillance. Robbery prevention. Employees should be trained to protect themselves and businesses by reporting any suspicious persons or activity. Cautious employees about divulging security information. Somebody's calling up asking questions about your business. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. Don't give them a reason to come victimize you at your business. Maximize the visibility into and out transaction. If you own a convenience store, check cashing place, don't put all the advertisements up over the windows. You're just concealing your business. Somebody can be inside, victimize your employees. and we drive by, I'll never know. Robbery prevention, keep small amount of cash, common sense on hand. Make deposits at bank. Don't set a routine pattern. Change it up on a day-to-day basis. Maybe even change up your personnel running to the bank. Be especially wary of anyone seeking entry before opening and closing. Put height markers on door trim and aid in descriptions. That's a big thing. If you go to all your local banks now, a lot of times they'll have a camera as you're leaving out the door, and they'll have height markers. Think about it. If you're a victim, sometimes you over-exaggerate. We'll get a description. What is a 5'3" male? When we capture a subject, he's 6'3". Or they might say he's 6'3", and when we capture him, he's 5'3". That's just human nature. When you become a victim, sometimes you don't think rationally, and you over-exaggerate or you under-exaggerate. By having these markers in place, it's a key tool for us. This is a prime example. Could you guess how high or the tall height of that gentleman? The camera's kind of looking down. There's no reference markers or anything on the wall. Quality's good, but another BOA we had, subject robbing one of our local gas stations with a shotgun. Remember, if you're robbed, remember, do not resist. Obey the robber's instructions. Observe the suspect, wait your description. That's the key thing. Call 911, of course. Touch nothing allows us to come in and process it. Be observant. Key thing is if you can get us a vehicle description or direction of travel, that's our best opportunity for catching the individuals. Another local flyer of subjects that burglarized one of our local gas stations and then decided to burn it down. Burglary prevention, alarm systems must be properly designed and armed. This is a big thing right here. If you own a business, the best advice I can tell you is let your alarm company know what time you close at night. And after that certain time, give our local 911, you can call 911, ask for a 7-digit number. Have them as first contact. We had a local business burglarized about a year and a half ago. From the time the alarm company got the activation to the time they called 911 was 45 minutes. Because they went through the list. They went through the list trying to call key holders. 2 of them were on vacation, not answering phones. We got in touch with a third one who no longer worked at the business. By the time we got the alarm activation, our first officer was there within 2.5, 3 minutes. Guess how long the people were inside the business burglarizing the place? 36 minutes. Would we have called them if we got the activation right off the hand? Yes, we would have. We ended up catching them several months later as a multi-jurisdictional investigation, but we did catch them later on. Cash register should be left open. Common sense, somebody's walking by your business looking in, open cash register, they figure there's money on scene. Hopefully they'll walk on to the next business. Smash and grab only takes seconds, good visibility maintained through windows. Change safe combinations when you fire a disgruntled employee. BOA of a local smash and grab of a local jewelry store. Went through the front, in and out. Shoplifting, watch hands, sudden or unusual movements. Watch the eyes, looking around the store. Distraction techniques, customer asking odd questions. Greet every customer if you're an employee of that business. They want to avoid intention, call 911. And as a consumer, if you're in some of these big retailers and you see somebody shoplifting, don't hesitate to call us, because when they steal from a store, guess who absorbs their costs? Us as consumers. Us as consumers. So if you observe it, even if the business doesn't observe it, call 911. We'll be more than glad to respond. We'll be more than glad to give these people a place to stay for the night. There's my information. I'm Lieutenant Adam Cannon, Delaware Police Department, contact number. Have any questions, ma'am, if you'll contact me, I'll be more than glad to get you one of the flyers.
Okay, 6994.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be more than glad to get you one. Just real quick, just a couple notes I made. Some of the things that we're seeing a trend in, and I know several of y'all live in subdivisions. It's a bad economic times that we're in. Subdivisions are building houses, going vacant, foreclosures. We're having a lot of thefts in air conditioning units and appliances out of these residences. If you live in one of these subdivisions, know you have a house vacant, you see a box van or a U-Haul truck or a pickup truck, there's very few banks through foreclosures that's going to come and take the air conditioning unit back. If you see a group of guys out there cutting lines, taking AC units, call us. This is a big problem we're having right now. Same thing with appliances and subdivisions as well. Personal documents, financial crimes, we're up on financial crimes. As Captain already said, you know, if you have an enter an auto, personal information gets stolen, call your banks, cancel accounts as soon as possible. A lot of this is online banking. Check your accounts on a daily basis. You know, head it off before it becomes a problem. That's all I have. I appreciate your time.